Hello and welcome to the September Art Chat. My name is Melissa. That was a weird little. um, I am an artist and illustrator who likes to paint and draw things every single day if I can. Um, I do these monthly recaps. I've been doing them for over a year now, which is very exciting. And what we do is we just go through all of the art that I made in the month, and we're going to look at the month of September. uh, yeah, it's like the end of September, and who knew that would come so quickly? I got my little sticky tabs everywhere. Yeah, so we've got a bunch of sketchbooks to look at. We have some other things, some fun things. I just did a sketchbook tour of this guy, so I will link it up here in the cards and also down below in the video. So I'm not going to spend too much time because chances are if you are seeing this art chat, you probably have seen the sketchbook tour. So this is a Talon's Art Creations sketchbook covered with stickers from Fionn Sad Stab. Played record as a record store downtown Toronto, and she is an artist who works there and makes stickers. Art Disco is my sticker. Super Creative is my sticker. This cutie is a Sophie McPike, and this is an Intergalactic Peach Patrol, and that is a Caran d'Ache and Sophie McPike washi tape. So on the 2nd of September, because the 1st I filmed my art chat, so that was my art for the day. I did these cuties. So these are lamps, and they were from our art hang party lamp week session, and I really loved these lamps, and so I wanted to spend more time with them. Yeah, I think I just used gouache and Inktense pencils probably. that was like a month ago. Who knows? On the 3rd, I did these cute little pop-ups based on a Sarah Van Dongen Patreon session prompt that she put out. So those are very cute. It's a mix of gouache and color pencils of all sorts. This was a plein air that I did on the 4th of September at the park across the street. And we will get to see my park map because I actually made it this month. So we'll take a look at that. Yeah, so this is Inktense paint and Sailor Fude fountain pen that I have filled with a Noodler's ink in the color Zhivago, which is like a really, really dark green that looks black, but I know it's green, so fun. I also did this on that day. This is our dog Simon, and this is done with Neocolor 2. I've really been enjoying drawing Simon when we sit outside. So that was the 4th. Also on the 4th, look at that. 2 sketchbook day. I think I did this before we went outside that day. So this is Inktense in the background, and then I used a blue Pentel brush pen over top. And these are based on photos that I took when we went to the CNE, which is the Canadian National Exhibition. Which is a fair that happens in downtown Toronto that has been running for over 100 years. So fun. Just trying to look for, oh yes, okay. On the 5th, we had an art disco, which is where my husband Ray and I do a live stream on his Twitch channel, DJ Ray Ray CA. And he plays house music, and then I do a painting alongside. So it's a fun time. We have been doing that coming on almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years in November, so that's crazy. This is a rice field that our friend posted a picture of who lives in Japan, who we're going to meet when we go to Japan in how many more days? What's today? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. 4 more sleeps. I used acrylic ink and Neocolor 2 and color pencils on here. So I'm taking this to give to her, which is very exciting. That was the 5th. I really should. I mean, this is the only way that I know how to organize myself. Again, with Inktense paint background, and then this is the Pentel Pocket Brush Pen, just with the black ink that comes with it. And this was based on a Sophie McPike's Scribble Brigade live stream that she does on YouTube. I can't remember if this one was like a public one or she also does it with her Patreon. But this face right here, I think, don't look at her, is the best face I've ever drawn. It actually reminds me of Mimi Pond drawing, which is pretty cool because that is cool. On the 7th, we had an art hang party, and it was a landscape week. And I did these on a 9x12 sheet of paper. This is gouache. And yeah, I ended up just cutting them out after. So and a couple of these have already been sent out to homes, but these are mostly 3-minute ones. And then I think there's a couple like 30-second, some blind contours, some wrong hand, some, that's a 1-minute blind contour plus non-dominant hand. So crazy things happen at art hang party. If you don't know what art hang party is, I'd be surprised because you're here. It's a weekly live hour-ish long art making session that we do together. I don't have my script in front of me, but yeah, we draw together, which is really fun. I pull all the references together, and yeah, I set a timer and then we just go crazy. On the 8th, I painted this. So my friend Susie sent me a picture of flowers that her boyfriend gave her, which was very nice. She gifted me the picture. But they were so colorful, so I used Inktense paints in the background and just kind of like blobbed them down, and then I used the Sailor Fude fountain pen again over top to add the lines. And I love it. This is kind of based on Mar Wynn and her kind of splodgy stuff. And also Helen Cryer has been doing a lot of splodge and sketch kind of paintings too, so I feel like we're all kind of doing the things. This is another Art Creations Royal Talons, just Talons. I don't know, everyone always says Royal Talons, but it just says Talons. So Talons Art Creations sketchbook. And this is what I am taking to Japan with me. So this was based on a, oh my God, Peril. I'll link her down below. Video that I saw here on YouTube where she painted her end pages on her sketchbooks, which was very cool. I need to spray this so that I don't have to take these wax paper sheets with me. But yeah, so this is the sketchbook I'm taking to Japan, and my plan is to fill it entirely, either on the trip or of the trip. So hopefully on the trip I will fill it all. And these colors down the spine here are how much I have to fill each day. So I counted it out. I split it out. We're there for 8 days. I think I have like 10 spreads to fill in a day, which is totally doable. Yeah, right. Anyway, I used gesso mixed with fluorescent pink acrylic paint on the background here, so it's like a nice pink, and then I used a mix of gouache and color pencil Neocolor 2s to do the little illustration patterns. But yeah, I think they're really cute. I think the sushi turned out a little bit better than the ramen, but still I'm pretty happy with that. So stay tuned for this bad boy to get filled up. On the 10th, I have a 10 and two 10s. Oh, I see. All right. I think I was just doing this while I was waiting for, to go outside, I think. And this looks like Baby from Dirty Dancing, but it is not. And this I did on the 14th. Let's take a look at it now. It's again, just waiting for Art Hang Party, watching a Debbie Draws Funny video, drawing packaging from Italy from Pinterest. Very random, but fun. And just using, what did I use here? So the Inktense background, yeah, we know that. And then I think this is the Sailor Fude fountain pen that I used. this is the Pentel brush pen. So we have one more in there. On the 10th, yes, we went outside to the park across the street to Little Norway Park. And again, I had the same background that I used on the sketchbook there, the gesso and acrylic paint mixture. And then on here, I used gouache and color pencil, Neocolor 2. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, enough with ums. The next day, we also went outside to sit at the music garden. And I took out my Inktense paints and a couple of pens, I think, and I think my Inktense pencils. Maybe. Well, we'll see. Anyway, sailboat. And then this is where, again, I lay down the paint first and then go in with the pen. I just love it. And then this I did mostly with the pencils, Inktense pencils. And this is the Canada Malting building that we can see outside our window. Ah. On the 12th, I've got a little post-it here to talk about the windflower painting that I did on an art disco. I'll put a picture up here because I don't have it anymore because it's sold. I did I did add to my Etsy shop, I'll link that down below, a bunch of original paintings that I've just had sitting around, in addition to art cards that you'll see in a sec. But yeah, that's, I don't know where that came from. That's okay. What do we say that was the 12th? 14? Do we have any 13s? Nothing happened on the 13th? All right. On the 14th was an art hang party day, and we drew vintage cars and things. Mostly cars, some trucks. I think these were 2 minutes. I used the Inktense paints and fountain pen. I think I used my little Kaweco fountain pen. These are 5 minutes, 7 minutes. Oh, this is one where we slowly increase the time from 2 minutes to 5 minutes to 7 minutes to 10 minutes. So this is a 10-minute. Old school art hang party ways. That's fun. That doesn't need to be there. Let's tuck that guy somewhere. 15. Let's pull up the iPad. And Procreate. Oh, happy birthday, Grandma. Which is the newest one. This is, oh, that does not look good at all. Huh. There we go. That's better. This is the map of all of the parks that we go and plein air paint at. So this is home here, and then this is the music garden. That's the one with my favorite willow tree. My real favorite willow tree is in Kincardine, but this is my favorite local willow tree. This is Little Norway Park here, which is just across the street from us. So when I say the park across the street, this is what I'm talking about. There's a baseball diamond here. There's, actually this should be here, but there's like an airport, the Porter Airport here. The last plein air piece that we just saw, we were sitting here. This is a big open field where we don't normally sit, and sometimes we sit like back here. This is Coronation Park. So this is a memorial to, I think it's World War I, to the fallen soldiers. So it's all filled with trees, really big, beautiful trees. There's a dog park here. This is a marina here. There's a marina here. That's where I drew that last sailboat. And then this is Trillium Park, where I don't know that I've done anything here really recently, but it's my favorite park, I think. And when I go for my morning run, just FYI, so you know, I run here, and then I run through Coronation Park, and then I run up and around through Trillium Park, and then back, and that's 5 kilometers. Yay! All right, let's There's gonna be one more thing in here that we're gonna see, but I don't think we're gonna see it yet. That was the map. Oh yeah, we have an art hang party in there, which is fun. 15. Where is my 16? No. I don't know how there's like days missing when I do something every day. I think I worked on this maybe. This says 18, but oh, here we go. 16. Oh, 16. I went to visit my niece at her new, oh, that's what's wrong. That light's on. Okay. Anyway, that's fine. At her new place. So yeah, I drew people on the subway on the way to meet my sister. I think they're really cute. I think she is really cute. Like her little nose. And then that's my sister, my niece, who just moved out, and the younger sister. Very cute. And I did this while we were sitting at the cafe waiting for brunch. The 17th, last page of the sketchbook. I did the master studies of Surinder Dhaliwal. And these are just pieces of larger paintings that I saw when I went to the AGO, Art Gallery of Ontario. And I used Inktense paints, and there was some fluorescent pink acrylic ink swooshed in the background. And then this was from a Sophie McPike Scribble Brigade. I think this is a public live on YouTube, so check out her channel. I'll link it below. And it was a curio cabinet, so she would put up little pictures and then you would add it to your little curio cabinet that you had pre-drawn, which is a really cute idea. I was using gouache and Neocolor 2s, I think, but obviously I did not finish this. And that's the end of that sketchbook. There is a tour, like I said. Please go watch it. Please, if you feel up to it. This is the new sketchbook that I started on September 18th. Again, it's a Talon's art creation, Tink illustration, Intergalactic Peach Patrol, a Caran Dash, Art Disco, mine, and I forget. And again, oh, so I did these on the 20th, but let's look at them now. End papers. I did the same thing where I used the gouache and then I mixed it with some acrylic paint on the background, and then I just used Neocolor 1s. Neocolor 1s because I found some Neocolor 1s on the streetcar after a Duran Duran concert, so that was fun. Like a 15-pack, $50, just fully wrapped in the package. All good. So I started this sketchbook with some master studies, and that's how I've been starting. That's how I started my last one too. That's how I ended that one, so I thought it would be good to do that again. So this is a Mary Hester Reed called Garden in September, and this is a Paul Gauguin Young Breton Woman. I saw both of these at the AGO, the Art Gallery of Ontario, and I used Neocolor 2s for these. I've really been finding that like kitchen, like wax paper has been the best thing to stick in between my pages until I should spray them like with hairspray or something, but like they don't really take up that much space. Paper takes up space. On the 19th, I just wanted something quick because I think this is the day we went to the Duran Duran concert, and I didn't have that much time. But I did a Pinterest roulette, which is where I closed my eyes after I opened Pinterest and scrolled on my iPad until it felt right to stop, and then pressed on the screen, and then drew there. Like I did that a couple of times until I found a Tiger Balm package, and then I did that. The next day was an art hang party. No. Let's take a break to talk about our sponsor, shall we? This video is brought to you by me. in all seriousness, the strawberry painting, if you saw last month's art chat, you saw my big, beautiful strawberry painting. So I made art cards, I'm calling it. It's a set of 5. It's on sale for $15 Canadian on my Etsy shop. And because you're a friend, I have a discount for you, 15% off everything in my Etsy shop if you use the code ARTHANGPALS. ARTHANGPAL. I'll put it up on the screen here. And also, I'll put it up on the screen here. I was going to say, I'll put a link in the description that has the discount applied. Maybe I'll do that. But anyway, ARTHANGPALS. So I have my strawberry painting. I have sunflowers, my grandma's garden, some peaches. These were originally done in oil pastel. The other ones were acrylic ink mostly. And this is a castle. I can never remember the name of it in Scotland. And then the back of the cards are uncoded with this art card. It says this is a reproduction of an original artwork by Melissa Martin. Copyright and reproduction rights are reserved by the artist only. melissamartin.art. So yeah, those are available for sale. Should you be interested to check those out? Thank you. Yeah, promo code ARTHANGPALS. I think it's ARTHANGPALS. All right. Speaking of art hang party. So I did a digital art hang party for the very first time, which was very fun. Oh, what's the best way to be? Maybe we just watch the replay. This is there's also going to be a banana drawing here. This is me just getting the file set up and all the colors and stuff. And here, testing pens. What pen do I want to use? I settled on the dry ink pen, which I thought was really nice and had a good texture and stuff. Okay, here we go for the art hang party. That was jewelry week, which was pretty fun. Something new. My favorite part of all of these drawings, aside, I did not enjoy drawing the crowns, was adding the shadows. I think the shadows made everything better. Didn't always have time. I think we were doing 2 minutes, if memory serves. I'm definitely doing digital again. I thought it was really fun. Oh, another crown. Feel like we're closely coming to the end here. Don't really have much to say aside from digital is fun. Oh man, another crown. That might be, I think that was the last one, yeah. That's just me putting my pictures together for Instagram. All right, so that was digital art hang party. Oh, I don't like leaving my windows open. Okay. This is Meru Godas background here that has been on my iPad for a very long time. Back into the sketchbook. Another sitting outside day in the park. This is Inktense paints with the Sailor Fude fountain pen on top at the Music Garden. And this is just a mess of Inktense paints, Inktense pencils, Neocolor 2s of a very messy willow tree. On the 23rd, I did a master study of an Arthur Lismer. It's called Poppies, Bedford Park Avenue. I saw this at the AGO, and I painted it. I have it in a book, in an art book that I have from the Group of 7 artist group. So painted that. Oh yes, on the 24th we had the Sunset Disco finale, not to be confused with Art Disco. Sunset Disco is a weekly house music community musical event that Ray put on every Sunday through the summer. at a bar down the street called Joe Bird. So I went really early and too early. So I sat at the bar, I drank a cider, and I did some sketching, which was very fun. But I'll put a video up here so that you can have a look at how everything went, it was a great day. It was so good. It was so good to see everybody come out to support and everything. This I did the next day, just something light after a very late night. Inktense paint. No, this is Sennelier watercolor. And I used a Neocolor 1 in white to kind of test out it as a wax resist, which it did work. It's just really hard to see on the paper, so that's something I need to figure out. Oh, one of the other days where there was like nothing happening, I actually worked on this thing. Don't look at the back. So this is it's a speaker box. So one of Ray's little Bluetooth speakers came in this box, and of course it was way too nice just to put it in the recycle bin. So it's been sitting on our shelf, collecting dust. You know how it is. So I painted it up. I used acrylic paint, and these are little strawberry flowers that I had planned out when I did this painting. Actually, I had planned to put the little strawberry flowers in the background, which would have been cute. And then I was planning to do it like along around the edge of the painting, like the canvas, which would have been cute. But I just left it with the checkerboard background. So I did fluorescent pink acrylic, and then this is a mix of turquoise and white, and then a little creamy color and a big juicy strawberry on top. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. But yeah, the back, it didn't quite line up properly. I didn't quite measure it properly, but anyway, it sits nicely on the shelf. That it does. Back over here. So my dad and uncle and cousin and her husband are traveling in Portugal right now, which is pretty fun to see their travel photos and everything. And they had a couple of pictures of these rooftops with this like big castle in the background. And it's like one of those ones, as soon as you see it, you have to try to draw it. So this is me trying to draw it. And I had leftover paint from this guy. So I had the creamy yellow color and then the blue color left over. So like when I finished painting this, I think it was the day before this one, I just kind of smooshed it on these pages. It felt really bad skipping this page, but I knew that the yellow would work really nicely with the houses here. And it was unplanned when I was smooshing this around, but it's like, when you set yourself up for success, I think. Anyway, I used Inktense paint, Inktense pencils. I don't think I used Prismacolor, and then I used a little bit of Neocolor too. And Neocolor 1 with the white, because the white in the Neocolor 1 is better than the white in the Neocolor 2. Anyway, I really like how this came out, and I definitely lost steam down toward like the bottom of it because I started up here. But I think it really works to like draw your eye into like the background there. So yay me for that. Did we have another art hang party? I think we did. This was Shell Week. Sorry my lighting is a little bit off this week. I normally turn off the kitchen light, which is like right in front of me. But I guess it's helping to show off the pearlescent watercolor. So Shell Week at Art Hang Party, we did 2-minute shells, and I used a mix of, I think it's a Cory Noor pearlescent watercolor and Inktense pencils. So they were fun and challenging, some better than others. Again, I tried to get the shadows in. This was a blind contour, and this was a non-dominant hand. And then this was a blind contour plus non-dominant hand. And then for the rest of the session, we did 30 seconds. We set the timer at 30 seconds, and I did mine blind. So you only look at the reference photo, you don't look at your page. So those are fun. And then the very last one we did for 4 minutes. So this one, I saw this at the AGO when I was there on the weekend with my niece, and I took a picture of it because I knew Shell Week was coming up, and so we spent a little bit more time on that guy. Here on the 29th, we sat outside, and this is at Little Norway Park, so the park across the street, and the sun was shining very nicely on the CN Tower, and I thought I was gonna draw or paint like more trees because it's like, what else do I paint? But given that I'm about to go to Tokyo and ideally fill a sketchbook, I thought I should try to do something a little bit more urban. So yeah, I did this. It's not perfect, but it captures what it is. Simon, I did this in Neocolor. Yeah, it's really hard sometimes capturing him because he keeps moving his head, looking around at everything. And then this was a bush that was beside us, and the leaves were like huge, and I really liked the gradient from like the light green color to the green, and really the insides is dark green. But anyway, I used only Inktense pencils here. And that brings us to today. So today we went back across the street to Little Norway Park, and in this little smalt watercolor sketchbook, using Inktense paints. I did that, which is a scene I painted before, but yeah, that's cute. And then I did these little daisy things with Inktense pencils, Inktense pencils. Man, I wish okay, we're done. Anyway, I love the texture that you get with the Inktense pencils. How cool is that? So it's just like a bunch of scribbles like in the background. I just used it on the back. I wet the background, and then when you add water, I just use a brush pen. It kind of melts the pencils, but you can still see texture. It's good. Trust me, it's good. And then one more messy tree. I guess 2 messy trees, but Inktense paints in the background, and then the Sailor Fude fountain pen over top. And that's it. That is it. Cool. That it never feels like a lot, but it always ends up being a lot. Anyway, I usually pick a favorite from what I made. And do I have one this month? I'm still really excited about the strawberry painting, and I'm excited about the cards, and I'm excited that they should be landing in people's homes for those early birds who ordered one. And I really do love that windflower painting, and I hope I'm sure it will be appreciated in its new home. That one I didn't talk about too much of what I used for that one, but I used watercolor, and I did a lot of negative space painting on it, something that I don't normally do. Do I give it to my little sushi pattern this month because it's so cute? I think I'm going to give my favorite. My favorite will be this sushi pattern. Yeah, so I will just leave that here, get that set up for a thumbnail. Thank you so much for watching this. Let me know if you have a favorite of anything that I showed you that I made this month, or let me know what the favorite thing is that you made for yourself this month, or anything. And as we did last month, by the way, I should say, okay, so last month we did a little end of video thing where I said to pick a number between 2 and 30. And then if anybody guessed it, they would win this little strawberry painting. This little strawberry painting here. But nobody guessed it. I think the number was 10. And I think only 2 people, Debbie and Stacy, made it to the very end of the video and guessed a number. Technically, Stacy was closer, but I can't send anything to Stacy right now just because of where... I will talk to you, Stacy. I can't send anything to you right now because of where you're living. So technically you won. But also, Debbie also guessed, so... maybe I'll just hang on to it because things I should hopefully, like, it's not going to last forever. So, Stacy, this is yours. Stacy, this is yours. Debbie, I will send you something just for participating. But let's do it again, shall we? So I'll set the rules differently this time because there's a lot of numbers here. So it'll be the closest without going over, Price is Right rules, the closest without going over to the number that falls out of my hand first. All right. So pick a number between 2 and 30. Are you ready? Are you thinking? Are you picking? Are you picking? Okay. You got your number? You got your number? Let's see what falls. Is one going to fall? Only one, only one, only one, only one. Ah, 25. All right. So if you picked 25, you're a winner. Or if you picked, whoever picks the closest to 25 is a winner. And I'm going to leave it running until my next art chat video. So you have the whole month of October to put in your guesses in the comments. Let me know what your number is, closest to 25, without going over, wins. No cheating. I'll know if you, I won't know if you cheat. And the winner will get a pack of my art cards. How about that? That's a good prize. Cool. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for participating in my little giveaway. We'll make it a tradition now. I'm going to be filming everything, not everything, but as much as I can, as much as I feel up to filming while we're away in Japan. So stay tuned for that. I'm also giving myself the crazy goal of filling this sketchbook. I'm not going to push myself though. If I don't fill it all, like all of the spreads for the day on the day, I'll just leave them blank and move on for the next day. And then when I get home, I'll, like, based on reference photos and stuff like that, fill it up, which won't take long. Anyway, okay. That's it. I'll see you soon. Okay, bye. Okay, I'm just cleaning up and I just realized I had the perfect vessel in front of me to pick a number. Anyway, we'll save that for next time. I found a use. Yay!